What's up, teammates? It's play-by-play time. And looking at these play-by-plays, it's really easy to see how Gardner Minshew just starts, stops, and continues to fall down in this game anyway, at least. And why we need to get him out of there and get a quarterback back there, not a football player. So let's show you what our football player does at quarterback. We start out and we start out hot. If people can't blame Antonio Pierce for us starting off hot. Yeah, that's Antonio Pierce's job to get us going and get us into the game. And they were up and they was at them and we was into the game. Okay, so we start out. We get Browers on the swing because we want to get them started. We get Matt on a run for 0 yards, but we're starting to run early. We pull Minshew, gets a scramble off, gets 13 yards in the first down. After that, he does another scramble in the backfield. He's able to get it out to Brock Bowers. Gets the ball high up there where only Brock can get it. Brock turns, breaks a tackle, takes it all the way to the house. At this point, we're all very happy. Things starting to look good. Drive number 2. It comes out and get a short one to Brock. We get a run that doesn't really make it anywhere. We're at 3rd and long, but Minshew pulls off some magic again. He gets us in the first down. So we're rolling. We go jet sweep to Tucker for 7 yards. We get Jacoby for 18 yards, but this is the special part about that is the ball went 18 yards in the air out of Minshew's hands, 18 yards right to Jacoby Myers. Like, no need for yak yards to get over 10 yards on this one. We hadn't seen that much out of Minshew. So at this point, I'm like, Minshew's acting like a quarterback. He's got us there. He rolled out the pocket. He put the ball in a good spot for Brock. And, he hustled and got a couple of first downs. He threw the ball on a direct pass to Jacoby for 18 yards. But we smoking, Then Matt comes in for a run. He gets stopped on this one, but then he's back in for 7 yards. 7 yards. A 12-yard run, a 1-yard run. The next run, or next play, he drops back, he dumps it off to Madison. He only gets a yard, or actually negative yard, sorry. We do a little jet sweep to Tucker because we just want to keep the ball safe at that point in time. And we kick a field goal. Okay. Started off with a touchdown. Went down to a field goal. But we're still in control. We just had a drive that lasted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. A 13-play drive. Our defense got a great amount of rest. We went up down the field. We didn't get into the end zone, but we got points. And that's what we needed. We needed points on our first 2 possessions to put our foot on the neck of the Broncos, and we were able to do that. So, we're feeling good. We're looking good, and everything's going well. Until next drive number 3, everything's still actually looking all right. We won with Amir Abdullah bust off one for 40 yards. The running game is working, actually. We're getting consistent runs. We're getting stops, but that's what the running game is about. That's why you average 5 yards or 4 yards a run. Because some runs you're going to bust for 40 yards, and some runs you're not going to get anything out of. This one, Amir Abdullah bust one for 40 yards. Next one was no yards. Then we hit Madison out the backfield for 10 yards. We did another end around return to the burner. We got Brock on a great play and a good pass by Minshew. We're getting there. We're getting to the end zone. This is 1st and goal, and we see Minshew throw the first interception of the evening. To whom it's been a debate, which is ridiculous. Because if you can't tell who the quarterback was trying to throw the ball to, that's a really bad pass. I'm going to go ahead and say he was throwing it to Brock Bowers and he just missed him being wide open. Others saying that he threw it to Jacoby Myers and just threw a pick. Like, that's better. But whatever. That's where we're at with Minshew at that point. And we could say the wind is out of the team, but it's really not. The reporters and the way everyone's kind of remembering and looking back at it, I could see that. But as far as our offense, it may have felt that way, but our defense was still rolling. I mean, to this point, our defense is into the second quarter, and our defense is still only allowed one field goal. So it's not like our defense gave up at that point. We were still had our foot on their neck. But then we come in on the next drive, 3 and out. Pass to Jacoby, Madison run for one, incomplete pass, and we're out. Drive number 5. Minshew misses an open receiver for another touchdown. And this is, if you're a Raider defensive player and you're trying to come back and you see your chance to go up again and he just overthrows it, that's debilitating. That's debilitating. It's hard to make you want to come back and keep fighting after something like that. But they did. They came back and they kept fighting. I don't know why. I never want to go for it on fourth down. I never go for it on fourth down. It's always a mistake. Always, 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 always. Always. Even if you get it, a lot of times it doesn't necessarily lead to a successful drive. Anyway, so we go for it on 4th and 2. Why, I don't know. We haven't been making much progress to this point after Gardner Minshew went to the dumps. So we turn over the ball on downs. We come up to the next drive. They end up scoring their second field. Oh, no. Sorry. Yeah. After that drive, they end up scoring their second field goal. So, with 2 minutes left in the first half, the Denver Broncos have only scored 6 points on offense. Yeah, we're down 13 to 10, but they've still only mustered 6 points for their offense. And that's not giving up to me. Halftime comes. We start off with our next drive. Tucker on the jet sweep for 1 yard. Now they've changed. They did their halftime adjustments. We were doing decent running in the first half if you looked at the numbers and listened to what I was saying. Busting off for multiple gains of plus 5 yards, even a 40-yard bust long. Second half, different story. They changed and they decided they're doing well running and passing on us. So just make them pass on us. And that's what they did. So we go for the jet sweep. It doesn't work. Throw an incomplete pass that's underthrown. It could have been a touchdown, but whatever. Maybe it could have been a long game. But it was underthrown and it was an incompletion. Then he did hit Jacoby for a 10-yarder to get us a first down. We ran to Madison, 1 yard. Ran to Madison, 2 yards. Running game starting to fall apart now. Minshew goes down on a sack. So a 5 and out with a Minshew sack. Next drive. We tried to go for the run. Again, it's not working. Then we go to Matt. We try to get it Matt on the short pass, like a quasi run package. It was a toss actually. And no. So we go back to the air. We get to Brock Bowers for 10 yards. We try to go to our thing. And that's good. First down. Next, we go for a 2-yard run with Madison. We see now our running game is being stopped. And we're not throwing more than 10 yards down the field when we get the ball out of Minshew's hand. They come again. It's 3rd and 8. Minshew runs in a circle and runs into the back of his no, this is not that one. This is he just ran around and ended up getting sacked because there's nowhere for him to go. And I could say he left the pocket earlier. You could say he didn't, and it collapsed on him. So either way, he ran in a circle and got tackled for a sack. Next play, he threw incomplete pass, and that Oh, the next play, sorry. After the pack is when he threw his second interception, and that was it for Gardner's day, as it should have been. You can look and see how he went from good to okay to bad to worse to trash to being pulled. So now it's still 10-2. I mean 10-20. Um, and we're going into the fourth quarter. Uh, it seems like there's time, but we pull in Aiden for the last quarter. Uh, After we're down heavy and Minshew's had a terrible game, so we just throw Aiden in on the fourth quarter. I don't know what they expect him to do, but okay, maybe he can save the game. We are only down 10 points. So he gets in there for the first series. He starts off 1st and 20 from the 10-yard line. Alex Madison run for a yard, short 5-yard pass for a Turner, and incompletion, and we're out of there. Next series or next drive, Aiden's on his very first play on that pass to Brock Bowers, hits. I don't know if it actually hits Bowers in the hand and then Surtain hits it, or if Surtain hits it before it has a chance to hit Bowers in the hands, but the ball is going to Brock Bowers' hands. If Surtain gets his hand in between Brock Bowers' hands, tips the ball, and then somehow catches his tip, I mean, that's an excellent play. That's true defense. That's a true interception. That's earned. The defense earned that interception. It's not like Minshew's interception where he threw it right into the arms of the defense to where either a defender was going to get it or nobody. This was a contested ball that was right in the player's hands. Just the defender made a better defensive play. And we know good defense beats good offense every single time. So, deflection, interception. Back to the next drive. This drive starts out with Bowers for 4, Amir Abdullah for 5. He throws an incompletion, and we go. This gets Jacoby for 7, Bowers for 7, Turner for 10. Then there's an incompletion. Jacoby for 10. There's a drop. Amir Abdullah drops one for whatever reason. Next one's an incomplete. Next one's a 10-yarder Tucker to get us close to the goal line, and we run it in there with Amir Abdullah for our first touchdown since the first quarter on a Brock Bowers 54-yard broken tackle. Rush all the way to the house. So we get the ball back one more time. We get an incompletion. We get a deep ball to Jacoby for 22. It was a great catch by Jacoby. 2 more incomplete passes and a sack on third and 10 sack that was just bad, really bad for James. He just got pushed over and his guy ran right through. But it was a sack nonetheless. Aiden couldn't get away from it. He ran right in the middle, right up the front, and jumped on him, which brought up 4th and 17. There's nothing you can do about that. Just hope to get one out there. It actually got one out there. It hit Turner in the hands, but it was a little too high. Turner's not tall enough to catch a ball like that. And that was the end of the game. So, Mitchell killed us, okay? I'm not saying that Aiden would have done better. We do know that Aiden had the second best drive, and he only had 3 chances at making drives. So we'll take that for what it is. One drive he starts off 1st and 20 from his 10-yard line. That seems like a kind of a difficult task. The second one, he drives us all the way downfield, gets a touchdown. And then the last one, the game's basically freaking over. We still got a 22-yard pass out of it, but, we didn't really pull much off on that last drive. We need Aiden O'Connell in there. We need a quarterback who can quarterback. I think Minshew knows that the pressure is starting to get to him. I think the pressure's getting to him. He's not handling it. it's not his job. It's not what he does. Minshew does better when it's nice and loose, and it's not his fault if we win or lose, right? It's just going there and try to do what you can. Our main guy is hurt, so we need somebody. You can do whatever you want when you get in there, try to make something happen. And that's when he can make it happen. He's footloose and fancy free. But I think in the bright lights, and it's all on his back, I don't think he's willing to carry it or able to carry it. So that's fine. But let's get Aiden O'Connell in there. And if Aiden O'Connell starts the next game after what we've seen out of the Gardner Minshew, if Aiden doesn't start the next game after what we've seen out of Gardner Minshew, I would believe we're tanking in that situation. Because if we already know we can't win with this guy, but we're going to keep playing him, when we know we had a quarterback last year that we won with, I mean, he went 5-4. That's a winning record. We won with Aiden O'Connell last year. So we go with a quarterback who has an overall career losing record instead of a quarterback with an overall career. Well, I guess he's 500 in his career because he started that game. But he's 5-4 under the Antonio Pierce regime. Or is it 5-5? Either way, he's a 500 to a winning quarterback, and Gardner Minshew is way below 500. We need to put Aiden O'Connell into the game, see what he can do. If he can't do it, fine. But he will do it because we've seen him do it before. He did it even in this game. He was given 3 drives, and he scored on one of them. Minshew was given 8 drives. 8? No. He was given even more than that. How many drives did Minshew have? Nope, I was right. 8 drives. 1 touchdown, 1 field goal. Aiden, 3 drives, 1 touchdown. And he started 1 drive on the 1st and 20 on the 10. The 3rd drive was, just do your best to chuck it downfield. There's almost no time left. It's, miracle plays at this point. And he didn't pull off any miracle play. But the consistency was there in his drive. There's no consistency. So I know the team doesn't want to see Minshew play starting. I know the defense doesn't want to see Minshew starting. The defense held strong until halfway through the 3rd quarter when the Broncos were finally able to break in through the goal line. And when it was on half a field, and you just gave them a short field. They didn't have enough areas to defend. They popped off a big long run, and they got that touchdown that started them feeling themselves. Minshew threw that interception, and it was over with. And the defense was like, we've seen our scoring opportunities literally thrown away by Gardner Minshew, and we don't see any more scoring opportunities coming forward in this last quarter that we didn't see in these first 4 quarters. Even if they come, is Minshew going to hit them? He missed 3 of them already. So when a defense is fighting and fighting and fighting, and an offense is just not that the offense is not performing, the offense is making so many mistakes that it's debilitating for the defense. And that's what happened for our defense. They fought until they just couldn't fight no more. Were given a short field after the Minshew interception. They let the Broncos were able to crack the end zone. After that, Patrick Surtain got a good tip interception. They ended up scoring that possession after that. So it went downhill real quick in the last half of the 3rd quarter and the 4th quarter. But the defense had been broken by that point. So it was going to be hard anyway. They've been broken. We hadn't been scoring. We giving away scoring opportunities. And they still only allowed 6 points until halfway to the 3rd quarter. And people are upset at what the defense did because they finally broke in the fourth quarter. Finally, just couldn't do it anymore. And I don't blame the defense for that. I don't blame the defense for, losing their fire because we're not that team yet. We're not the team that feels comfortable in our ability to win to where like, okay, we're down and it's late, but we know how to do this. We know how to get down late and pull it off. We know we can do it. That's what the Chiefs have. The Chiefs have, we're down and late, but we've done it before and we can do it again. We don't have that. Our defense doesn't have that. Our defense works well when we have a lead because they know they fighting for something. And or when the offense starts getting rolling, our defense starts rolling because they know we're fighting for something. The defense is young. The defense doesn't have that veteran fight all the way through until the last bell. They get discouraged by Minshew's play. And I can't blame them. I get discouraged by Minshew's play. I mean, it's just hurt when you see touchdown. Okay, great. Finally, we're coming out the gate. Hype. Everybody's ready. Field goal on a long drive. Nice long drive, but just a field goal. But we still looking good. It still looks like an offense. Next drive, we're rolling downfield, and it looks like an offense. And the running game's rolling well because it was Amir Abdullah who had bust that 40-yarder on that drive, and everything's churning. Then Minshew throws that interception, and then the next drive is a 3 and out. The next drive is a 5 and out. The next drive is a 4 and out, and then the next drive is a 5 and pick. Just steadily downhill. So it's not going to win it for us. If we start Minshew, we're tanking the season. And if we start Aiden, we have a chance to see what Aiden can do. And that's all we need, is a chance to see what Aiden can do. Let's see if he can do what he did last year and a little more. Because I don't understand why what he did last year wasn't enough when he came in and had a winning record under the Antonio Pierce regime. And he threw 1 interception in his last 5 games. And Minshew has thrown 6 interceptions in his first 5 games. Minshew has, what? I don't even want to count how many sacks Minshew has in the last 5 games. But I know Aiden had less. Because I looked it up. I'm the one who did all the numbers. I don't remember it in my head, but I know he had less than 5 sacks in his last 5 games. So, get Aiden in there, and we'll be good. Okay? We see what happened last game, but a lot of things got overblown after a loss, as they do. Our defense didn't do nearly as bad as people are mad at them about for doing. Our team didn't come out flat. We were in there and we were hyping. We were ready. Our, defense got tired. They got downtrodden. And we couldn't pull it out after that. They just fought all the way through to almost at the end of the third, halfway through the third. And they just couldn't hold up the plank no more. And I mean, halfway through the third, the defense is still only giving up 16 points. So we're still on the pace to keep a team under 20 points in the game, and that's what we're supposed to do. Keep them under 20, and we score over 20. And we were right there at that point until Minshew threw its interception, and we couldn't get anything else done. We got out there. Aiden's interception hurt us even more. And, the rest is history. Even Aiden's last touchdown drive, it didn't really do anything but make the score look a little better than bad. But, that's that game. We're looking forward to the next game. Pittsburgh is going to be a hard game. Hopefully we just lose, right? I mean, God, let's not have this whole up, ooh, down, splash. So, if we start Aiden, at least we can see what Aiden can do, and at least we can look forward to that. The people who are just saying, well, Aiden's going to suck anyways, are the people who said that Gardner Minshew should start. So they don't want to look as stupid as they're going to look, or as they do look, for saying Gardner Minshew should be starting. All these people that said Gardner Minshew should have been starting are all looking like fools. And when you watch their channels, all they doing is blaming everybody else but Gardner Minshew, because if they do blame Gardner, then they look stupid for saying that he should start. They're blaming Getsky. They're blaming the defense. They're blaming Antonio Pierce. They're blaming the style of play. They're blaming the defense. There's so many people mad at so many different people. But those people who wanted Minshew out will never say Minshew messed up. Even watching Sanji, who usually has common sense, but he's so stuck on keeping Aiden off the field because he said Aiden is trash for so long that if Aiden succeeds, him, Sanji, wasted talent, the both them boys on the Silver and Black today, all these people who are just defending or who are blaming Antonio Pierce and Luke Getsky and just saying, oh, well, that's what you get out of Minshew. That's everybody's excuse. Well, Minshew's not good enough to do that. We should know that's what we get out of Minshew. We should just protect it. No. He just sucks, so we just deal with the Minshew mistakes and hope for more Minshew magic. And the Minshew magic is gone. And it hasn't been there for a long time. The Minshew, luck has been there. And he's made a few decent passes, right? But you can't throw, 250 attempts and have, 10 really nice passes? It's not going to work, especially when you have all those air balls going to God knows who, or just the other team. Anyway, silver lining is, at least we're got AOC and we can see what's going to happen next, right? Even if you hate AOC and you're out there, oh, he sucks, which I don't understand. People just hate on AOC. Why? I really wish I knew why. And what I hate the most is that his mobility is a problem. But if you watch the game, he was rolling outside the pocket the whole daggone time and making all scheduled plays. Anyway, I have nothing left to say about that, but we'll let the pudding show its proof, and we'll see what happens against the Steelers. And the Steelers is another good defense. We just played a good defense. We're going to be up another good, strong defense. So let's see what we can pull off against that defense with Aiden O'Connell. All right. Well, remember, we know for damn sure that you can't win them all. And the cloud get dark. But when you looking for the bright side, come to the silver lining. Guru out. Ooh, this is a long one.